Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I am glad you're here. And if you get the chance and you're so inclined, please hit that subscribe button down there. I hate to ask every time, but it does notify you if you hit the bell when I release new videos, and it does help me by letting more people allegedly see the video. So analytics just show that most of the people don't subscribe, and I get it. It took me a while to start subscribing to channels I watched, but if you like knife content and you like EDC content, I'd really appreciate it. But enough of that. Today I want to talk about a knife that I picked up from one of our brothers in the community. Chaz likes sharp objects about a month ago, and I've heard really good things about it. And now that I've had it for a while, used it, semi-abused it, I can say that it is probably the finest knife and the best specimen that I've encountered, surprisingly, in 2023 so far. I'm not saying it's the best knife of 2023 because the year, of course, isn't over. We're just in the Q1. But I would definitely give this, in Javon's opinion, the number one knife of Q1, guys. And this is the Quiet Carry 9. When the Quiet Carry 9 first came out and I started seeing it, the only variations I was seeing were in the different shred carbon fiber. And for me, when I think of Quiet Carry, and I guess I kind of mix it up in my brain. I don't mix them up, but I blend them together. Tactile turn, even though tactile turn is made in the USA, hoorah. And quiet carry doesn't really say, but I'm guessing Taiwan. And it might even say Taiwan, so I take that back. But in either case, they do it really well. But my point is, before I went squirrel brain on you, is I was used to seeing a full titanium knife from Quiet Carry, even though they do G10 and other materials. So I was kind of hoping it was going to look like that and not have the shred carbon fiber, because I'm not a huge fan of shred carbon fiber as a mixed media. I like it by itself. Or inset and fully in a scale, but I wasn't crazy about it. Well, when Chaz hit me up and said he'd picked up two of these, not sure which one he was going to get, this variation that's black micarta, I had not even seen. So I wasn't even aware that it was available. So when I saw it, and by that time I'd heard a couple people talk about the knife, the smoothness of the knife, the ergos of the knife, and my curiosity was sparked enough to where I jumped all over it, guys. He made me a bro deal, and just a real fair deal, and I was glad to keep it in the circle of family here. And what I'll say about this knife, it's just elegant, and it's very capable, and it's just everything I, as a white collar working urban EDC guy who does like to get dirty, who does like to go outside and cut shit, who does go in the mountains, who does go in the woods, but most of my time is spent cutting shit around the house, right? So for me, this knife is an absolutely fabulous work knife. When I say work, that's going to work at my office, opening boxes, cutting string off of shirts or pants, just miscellaneous, the stuff we do, right? Breaking down cardboard and all that good stuff. So the Quiet Carry 9, and if I called it the Drift earlier, which I don't think I did, just this is a future me thinking that I might have said Drift earlier. I've always been talking about this knife here, which is a Quiet Carry 9, is in titanium, and it's done very, very well. One of the reasons when I saw it early on, I would have loved to have seen it as a full tie knife and still stick by that point. So you can see that it's checkered here at the top third. And the lower third, I don't know if the iPhone's picking it up, but it has got a very light milling that's just diagonal all the way across. The pocket clip's smooth, but there is milling on all this titanium, and then this heavier checkered milling up top that matches the checkered milling here. So going squirrel brain on you again, if I had my druthers, I would have loved to have seen this knife also offered in a full titanium with that lighter milling pattern, that same pattern that you see on the lock side, on the show side. But I love the black micarta, so don't get me wrong. But so you've got that really nice, elegant handle that's held together by the pivot and the clip screw, which they're both, wonderfully enough, very deep, very well machined T8s. Even the double lock bar adjustment is T8s. And guys, these are those really nice barrel screws. I might do a disassembly of this down the road because I want to drop some skiffs in it. But I love the hardware that they've chosen to use on this knife. You've got your little 4 quiet carry dots that are kind of their jam, right? And I said 3 hardware screws. There's a 4th one right here, or 3rd one right here. So you've got 2 body screws holding in this back spacer, this titanium back spacer, and you've got the pivot. But just a very elegant construction. Great lock bar access. I don't know if you can see here, but it's just really nicely chamfered. Some people might wonder how that affects the ergos. Guys, I can tell you for my hand, with the jimping, with the choked up position, this knife feels great in the hand. And I've held it in both grips and cut with it extensively. I've not reverse gripped it. I have used it to get in some boxes. That's my tri-state move. Love you, tri-state, Brother Cole. But anyway, yeah, the Quiet Carry 9, I love the thumb studs. I love the jimping. I love the minimal branding. Not digging my fingerprints on it, just because I'll get OCD about that. And guys, I'm going to do an overview review of some Fred Depierre, which is from Depierre Forge. I showed you guys the Wicked Wax blade protectant that I use therapeutically to rub into my blades and then keep them from, oxidizing. He came out with a new product that he sent me that's called Wicked Clean. And it's like, think of if Flitz matched up with a pasty Benchmade knife cleaner. So it's not abrasive or nearly as abrasive as Flitz, but I rub it on the blade, I leave it there for just a second, and then I buff it off with the clean rag, and it's just a fantastic blade cleaner. So I'm going to do kind of might even use this knife to show you how I use the Wicked Clean and then the Wicked Wax, and then give you guys a link to his Instagram and to his website. And he also sells it to River's Edge Cutlery, and DLT has it, and I think GP Knives has it. But he's just a really nice guy. I'm going off on a ramble here, but I met him at the Nashville knife show, and right before we did, it was actually after the 24-hour Knives Live, or the weekend before, but it was before the drawing, and he donated some Wicked Wax just to give away in each one of the grand prize packages. So I know 5 people got it, and I know he sold through several batches on River's Edge Cutlery, and I don't remember if it was DLT or GP or both. But anyway, I look forward to showing you guys that and just doing him a favor so you guys can go check out his products, and they are definitely Javon approved. But guys, the 9 has the smoothest action, has detent that you cannot fail. So as you know, I'm not a thumb flicker. This knife is so well set up and the thumb studs are so well placed that I find it a joy to thumb flick. Keep in mind, I hate thumb flicking. I don't even have a developed callus on my thumb because to me it's just, I'm a reverse flicker. But this knife does both, and it does it very, very, very well. Like I said, I carry this knife to work, and I carried it to work probably 10 or 15 days in a row, and this pocket clip is just fantastic. I mean, I can't say enough about it. It's deep carry. It's got a very nice gradual ramp, goes in and out of pocket with ease, has good retention. It's like I say, jeans or khakis, it's not going to tear them up, and it's going to feel like you could do cartwheels and it's not going to come out. I love the understated branding. All you have on the blade is quiet carry, real small, and the blade steel, which is CPN 20CV. Do I wish this was Van-X? Yeah, depending on what it would have done to the cost of the knife. I love 20CV. I have not put this on a blade or on a stone yet, but let's do some quick cutting. Let me find my Pew Pew Digest. Grab a page out of that. Guys, I think I showed this in the unboxing, but I've cut so much cardboard, so much paper with this knife, and this edge has just performed fantastically. Now, has that reached what most testers would say it should reach? I don't doubt it. But I can just tell you that the knife is very, very sharp from the factory. And you can hear it grabbing just a little bit, but very little. So yeah, guys, I'm totally digging the quiet carry knife. Let's do a couple of quick size comparisons of this guy. I'm trying to think if I've left anything out. Lock bar access, awesome. Action, the bomb, sharpening choil. Guys, this is how it is done. So you'll notice here where you've got the plunge grind coming down, and look at how much steel you have to sharpen before you get anywhere near that plunge grind. It's just done very well. Well done, quiet carry, in my opinion. Now, people might argue with me. Feel free to leave it in the comments. I'm learning every day. So, size comparisons where we were. Let's see how this guy compares in size to the Cold Steel 4MAX. Much smaller than the 4MAX. And the Civivi Baby Banter. It's going to be a good bit bigger than the Civivi Baby Banter. Good bit smaller than the 4MAX. Let's look at it next to the Benchmade Bug Out with Met embossed scales. Guys, it might be 1/8 of an inch shorter than the Bug Out. I'm saying it's Bug Out size in terms of length, but you can tell it's got a deeper belly. It's got that clip point blade that's a little more dramatic. And there it is next to the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, to which it's going to be a good bit shorter than. But hopefully that gives you a good idea. And then we'll take out our Ben Peterson NAFCO titanium ruler that I'm starting to be able to read a little bit better, but not really. 3 1/4 inches is what our blade is. Our handle's 4 1/4. Wow, I still can't do math. So 3 1/4 and 4 1/4, 7.5 inches overall. I think that's right. Could be wrong. The blade height is 1 1/4 inches at its highest point. The handle at the front is 1 1/4 inches. Where your hand spends most of its time, right at 1 inch. Very clean dimensions. We will break out Grateful Panic's calipers here. Let's zero those bad boys out. Whoops. All right. So 0.45 is the thickness, and the blade stock I'm going to guess is about 0.11, 0.12, 0.115. So very thin blade stock here on the spine. Very nice, well done flat grind. I love the grind lines in it. The edge is done very well. The action is very Chris Reevesy, maybe. I don't know how to really. Uh-oh, I hear Tippy. You might get a visit. Hey, Tip. Sorry, guys. Come here, sweetness. There you go. Almost done. So yeah, guys, that's the Quiet Carry 9. And Tippy, my kitty cat. Hold on, let me drop a treat over here and then I'll buy some time. Tip. All right, guys. And again, I really do think this could be, it's definitely my number one of first quarter. I think it's a great knife. I've never been exposed to that much quiet carry. I do have the Waypoint, but this knife is in a totally different league. On bearings, done just very well. Like I said, I look at it as a hard use gentleman's folder. So gentleman EDC with some freaking balls is kind of what I look at this knife as. Guys, I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate the patience with the cat interruption. I appreciate it if you subscribe if you haven't yet. It means a lot to me. Hit the bell notification icon if you want to be notified when I release new videos. I will continue to release videos. Currently, they come out at 6 a.m. in the morning. Unboxings come out whenever the boxes come in because I usually do that. Unbox them, film it. And I always ask and always hope that you'll look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Keep loving your heart. Move forward with debate before hate. I love you all. Peace.